Hey, in this video we'll have a detailed look at the character sheet panel here. In the rest of this video we'll be using CS for character sheet. So on the left we'll find a list of existing CS that we can see with a few tools to manage them. Clicking one of them will display it on the right panel here and select all its pawns. A CS is essentially a collection of lines. Each line contains two labels and two formulas. The labels are used to sort the lines alphabetically, and the formulas allow to prepare dice rolls following the logic of hit and damage. We can create empty lines using this button here. We can duplicate any existing line using those buttons, and we can delete any line using those ones. Those buttons will roll the dice of their corresponding line. This one is the emergency stop that will immediately cancel any current dice roll. We can filter any line here. With this block, we'll manage the name of the CS and its pawns. This is the number of pawns assigned to the CS, and we can subtract or add any number of pawns, as you can see here, using the minus and plus buttons. The cyclic selection button here will select all the pawns in the CS one by one. This button will save the CS in a CSV format on our hard drive. We can choose the separator for the CSV file here in the settings panel. By default, it's a comma. This CS is currently visible to everyone, but if we check this box here, we become its owner, as you can see with the Steam avatar and name. It will become invisible in the list of every other players except the Dungeon Master. When we create a new CS, by the way, it belongs to us by default. This box here will make the CS persistent from one save to the next. You can see that I have two CS in my list, one that is persistent and the other that is not. So just to be sure, we're going to modify the persistent one and load a different save. And you can see that only the persistent one followed us with its modification, and we are going to modify it again and come back to the initial save, and you can see that our last modification correctly followed us. This can be useful in an RPG campaign, not to have to update or recreate the hero CS while they visit different places, so different saves. Not that the pawns are not following, but creating a pawn is a matter of seconds in YAG, while CS can be much longer, of course. This button here will make all the pawns assigned to the CS invisible. Those two blocks control the health and initiative. Not that only the max health and initiative formula here really belong to the CS. Their actual value belong to the pawns and will depend on the selected pawn. For example, here we have a rat with 12 and 7, and this is exactly what we're going to find if we check its mini pawn CS here. On the left panel we find a list of existing CS that we can see with button to duplicate and delete them. The templates can't be deleted but must be unlocked with this button here to be modified. This is to avoid any mishandling. So for example, you can see that here the template is locked and I cannot modify its line. I cannot create any line either. If I unlock it, then I can use the buttons here and modify the lines. The idea for this mechanism is that you create a template only once and then you don't modify it and use it only for CS creations. Here we have a CS filter. This box here will filter only the CS that belong to us. The list of characters in the NPC can become quite long, and filtering all the time not so pleasant. So by hiding the CS that we don't play, this option will bring some comfort, especially to the dungeon master who permanently sees all the existing CS in his or her list. This button here is the same as the J key and will display the CS of the selected pawn. Finally, this block manages the saves and reload of all visible CS. This button will save all visible CS in the list on our hard drive in CSV format, and this box will switch to the hard drive view from which we can reload or permanently delete any CSV file. Simply uncheck it to come back to the standard in-game view. Alright, this is gonna end this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next. Bye.